How's it going, everybody? All right, let's get on with a part 61. Colin Kaepernick. November 3rd, of course, the opening of One World Trade Tower, representing rising. 38 years old, death and murder. Good old Colin. So it's 14,000, Revelation 17:5, which is Mystery Babylon the Great, all capital letters. The previous year, 2025, in the weeks. Percentage of a year, 38, 88, 83, all fused together. Other than that, nothing jumped off the page at me like that with that. And so let's go on to our next prepped out area. And so I guess I took a look at Men in Black. 98 minutes, 98 verse is White Horse crowning verse. 589 in the box office. 589 is Donald Trump in the Jewish Hebrew gematria, the most biblical. July 2nd, 97. 10,646 would be 10,648. We remember that's on Rising Day, and 48 is his name in one of the four base ciphers. I believe that would be reduction. Looks like I was looking at, I think that's personal cipher. The O2 Arena. Now, O2 has always represented in my whole, because I've just been drawn, addicted, fascinated with numbers my entire life. I look at odometers, I look at car tags, anything time I see numbers, my eyes just go right to them. And it's like they're speaking to me, if you know what I'm saying. And you could probably tell that by, if you watch this entire playlist, you're like, yeah, he's pretty obsessed with numbers. In the Old Testament, there's a book of numbers. Our God is a God of math. In the New Testament, it says, even the very hairs of your head are all numbered. And very specific in Revelation, the 144,000, the seven candlesticks, seven is the number for cleansing, the two witnesses, represented by two candlesticks, two olive trees. That is the church, for we were all kings and priests. Both persecuted by the church, and the two witnesses, both represented by olive trees, both represented by candlesticks, both persecuted by the Antichrist, both caught up to Jesus in the clouds. And at the end of that persecution, there's a great earthquake on all five, the church and the two witnesses. It's not a coincidence. Two witnesses represent the church divided into two. So anyway, our God is a God of math. And so as he's pulled me toward these end times, anyway, the O2 Arena, 02, even though they're talking about the letter O, O2 has always repped my friend who died on May 8th. That was his jersey number 2. So the O2, because the 2 could be in any sense, but look at the capacity. It's a perfect 2. And to our event day, would you believe it's a perfect, because the opening of it was 6/24/007. I clicked off of it already. But hopefully you saw that. And there's your 002. There's your O2 on our event day, which is the mirror date of the date my friend died. Folks, if this isn't it, they have trolled me and trolled me and trolled me and trolled me. So personal cipher, I was looking at another one. The film Venom. That's Tower 1, Tower 2, Tower 7, 79 murder, and 97th verse. Opening of the seal, all in the URL. 6.6. You're watching this on your smart TV, so you can see all the fine print here that I'm showing you. Look at that, 179 up with the thumbs up there, 79 murder. And let's get out of that because the video's moving. I did want to look at Michelle Williams because she was not only in Venom, she was Venom's boyfriend, but she was also The Joker's boyfriend. So she's born September 9th, 1980. Let's just look at it now. September 9th, 1980. September 9th, 1980. That will be a very high watch date for me if nothing goes down. Because that is 79 murder. September was once the seventh month. Sure enough, she's the 86, y'all. There it is. 16,786. 45 years, 11 months, 16 days. Remember, 11/16 is the birthday of Maggie Gyllenhaal, the only person to be in The Dark Knight, and Donnie Darko, both repping Darkened Right Eye of Antichrist, along with a Darko is a total solar eclipse. It has been floated to us through some videos that we have seen. Look at that. On Rising Day 239 of the year, she's 239 8 weeks. And it'll be 2 days when we bump it up to that. If you run her to the Rising Day, not only do you see that, the 239, 98th verse is White Horse Crowning, but it's 16,788 days. There's your 88. If you go back to the event day and include both dates, you have 11 months, 17 days for 11/17 being coded. There's so much more on all this, but I'm just going to move on. But Michelle Williams just, goodness gracious alive, knocked it out of the park. Michelle Ingrid Williams. You know, just for giggles. And hang on just a second. Her full name does come this year, 226. Okay, I was just curious. Just Michelle Williams came to the 11/7. Oh, did I click it off? You clicked on, and then I wanted to show it real quick. I don't know if y'all caught that. Anyway, the Jewish Hebrew gematria, Michelle Williams came to 11/7/9, 79 murder, and the simple fused in with the rising, 11/7. Anyway, that stuff's kind of a reach, is what it is. The film Venom, I can't remember if we already did that, and the lead character and so forth. So the Venom 288-5, which it's 285 is the address of Fulton Street, and this Dark Knight Rises, was the same character. This is all about the entity coming into the body, which that's the mark of the beast, total human body possession. So, I mean, it all runs together, fits together. If you include both dates, then of course you're going to get the 88 being 86 on 86ing day from Venom, and 2888 on Rising Day. The other day, the other release date is 2881. To go back to the showing you the Rising on the other, if you include both dates, it's 2888. There you go. And then Tom Hardy, who is The Dark Knight Rises and Venom, he's probably one of the biggest connections to that whole human body possession. We should look at all his movies. He's September 15th, 1977. So he will be Trump's name, 48 in the Gematria Cipher age. So Tom Hardy to Rising Day is 17878, which are twin numbers. And we do remember that Trump's number times this year is 331178. So you have the 178. Um, Other than that, there wasn't a whole lot there. Then there was The Exorcist. This was a prep I just did. I've got another prep on another just a second. The Exorcist, 8.1 rating. Wow. 47, Trump's number up in the URL because you're on your smart TV. You can see all that. So The Exorcist book, 340 pages. May 5th, 1971, 34's murder. May 5th, 1971. You run up to Rising Day, and sure enough, it's 20,203. 203 represents Rising from the Groundhog Day movie. February 1st, the movie began. He was stuck on February 2nd until he rose or moved forward on February 3rd. Notice on Rising Day, the book The Exorcist also 55 years, 3 months, 22 days, 322 is coded, or 663 months, 22 days, 322 coded again. And 2886 in the weeks. And it would be that if you include both dates on the 86ing day also. Wow. So The Exorcist is pretty decent. December 26, 1973 was the movie release date. It didn't do that much for us. 633 months, 33 days. You have 333 coded, but this isn't what we're looking for when we're looking for stuff. That was Michelle Williams. Let's get on to our final prepped items. Like I got an email pulled up. All right, I had some Highlander stuff pulled up, but that was in yesterday's video. All right. So this alleged letter to Mazzini by Albert Pike, August 15th, 1871. There's your 187 right there. And we run that. You do get your 86 in the months. You get your 88 in the weeks. So you have 86ing 88. Other than that, the 6625, that's a whole nother world. Personal ciphers. Natural born killers. I don't know why I was looking at that. August 20. There it is, August 26. Natural born killers, August 26, people. Goodness gracious. I mean, that's a big deal. And when we run it to our event day, it's 11/6, which is your backwards upside down on the 9/11, followed by 87. It'll be 88 on the anniversary of the release date. But it's 31 years, 11 months, 30 days. So you got 311 fused with 11/3. It's 383 in the months and 30 days. 38 is death, 38 is murder, 83 is murder. So natural born killers is like popping off this thing. So I'm glad we looked at it. If you include both dates, it'd be 11,688 on event day. Remember, 68 is his name in the same cipher as Antichrist. Captain America, which, okay. December 20th, 1940 was the original. First ever showing. 85 years, 8 months, 5 days. So you have 8585. So it's kind of May 8th, as most countries write it, with twin symbolism. Other than that, I didn't get much out of that. Captain America, 83, 45 in the URL. Again, not much. And this was the movie release date. July 19th, July 22nd, which usually gives us more stuff. And one of them popped because I have it pulled up. And why did it pop? I don't know. I don't see much. 15 years, 1 month, 5 days on Rising Day, so twin numbers again. It's a pretty weak video, isn't it? Tariffs comes to 79 murder. Tariffs. 79 murder. Always in the news, tariffs. It's the Jewish Hebrew gematria for match for Ring of Fire, by the way, and Albert Pike. Wow. If you know who Albert Pike is, great. I'm not getting into it. A timeline of Trump's tariff action so far. So the timeline of his. So then there was this foreign trade barriers. So I think I looked that up in gematria. Guess I didn't. But the original tariffs popped on March 1st, 2018. And you run that to our murder date, and it's murder in the Jewish Hebrew gematria, which is 399. It's 3099. That is a direct smash hit. Foreign trade barriers. I guess I looked that up and nothing popped. Yeah. Why did I look up the Wolf of? Oh, Wolf of Wall Street was a match for that. It was a match for the barriers or whatever. Notice the 79 murder in the minutes. It's got December 17th, December 25th. December 17th, December 25th. And there's your 34 murder on murder date right there in the days. 12 years, 8 months, 8 days. So 128 fused with 88. That's perfection. And the other release date, 4626. 12 years, 8 months even. 128 coded. 66. 660 weeks and 6 days. So 666 is coded. Look at the minutes. They begin with 666. Look at the seconds. They begin with 399. Murder in the Jewish Hebrew gematria. So, wow. Okay, then. Part 61. Love you guys.